Welcome to the Transparent FX Academy. I'm Nick, and I'm a top author on TradingView with over 190k reputation points. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. This is the place to go for high-quality, free trading education. Now, without further ado, let's jump straight onto the charts. In this video, I will be speaking about GBPUSD. Now, as usual, to keep the video as educational as possible, first I will be covering the technical aspect for this market, then we will be moving to the order flow by looking at the commitment of traders, so the COT data, which is what the non-commercials, so the biggest speculators in the market are doing, which are essentially hedge funds, so the big players in the market. And by the end of the video, by using a combination of these two different types of analysis, we will try to understand where we have the highest probabilities for the next potential move here on this pair. Now, starting from the monthly time frame, what we can see is that we have a market which is currently testing a quite significant level of monthly demand and support. The market is currently approaching this area, so we could expect short-term bearish price action into the zone and then to see a rejection to the upside, because this historically has been a quite strong zone. In fact, from here, all these previous rejections to the upside were created. So every time the market respected this area as support. So there is definitely the possibility for the market to want to go and test this level once again to see what kind of liquidity there is inside of the area. And at that point, there's a good probability to see a potential rejection to the upside away from this zone. So by looking at the market here on the monthly, we could expect short-term bearish price action and then longer-term bullish continuation. Dropping down on the weekly time frame, what do we see? Now, from a weekly standpoint, we can see how the market just broke below this previous level of weekly support, which now that it has been broken to the downside is turned resistance. So we could expect more bearish price action to be created away and below this level. Going down on the daily, what do we have? Now, from a daily standpoint, this is where things get very clear. We have a strong impulse to the downside. What we could expect is a short-term correction before then getting more bearish continuation. If we check what is going on by looking at the commitment of traders, and we check the data precisely at the pound, what we can see is that with the last reports, net positioning has been decreasing. We went from having 59.1k net positions all the way down to having only 33.6k net positions. This means that institutions and the biggest speculators in the market have been moving to the bearish side for the pound. And keep in mind that all currencies on the spot are traded against the USD. So if we're checking the data for the GBP, we're actually already checking GBPUSD. This means that essentially institutions have been increasing their shorts and decreasing their longs with the last reports, going in fact from having 36.2k shorts all the way up to 51.4k shorts, and longs got decreased from 135k all the way down to 85k. We can also notice 200 shorts added with the last report and 12,000.2k longs getting closed. So institutions with the last reports have been moving to the bearish side for the GBP, meaning to the bearish side of GBPUSD. And if we move back here to the technical side of the market, we can notice that this blue area, this is the monthly support that we have identified at the beginning of the video, which is an area that the market might definitely want to go and target. So there is definitely room for more bearish continuation. So if the market here will provide a correction back to this area, this is the zone that at the moment is a quite interesting one. Why this is an interesting zone? Because this is a previous level of support from which all this move to the upside was created, which again was respected here as support, which now that the market has broken below it is currently acting as resistance. So if the market will go and retest this area, there's a good probability to see some institutional shorting inside of the zone, which at that point would further increase the probabilities of a potential move lower away from the area. We can also notice that as we have an impulse and at that point we would have a correction, if we want to measure that potential correction, we have to take our Fibonacci from the high to the low of the impulse leg, and we can see how we have the 0.32 50% and 0.618 Fibonacci retracements lining up exactly inside of the area, which creates confluence of resistance, inside of which we have good probabilities of seeing institutional shorting as we have just identified, which at that point would definitely increase the probabilities of this potential move lower. So if the market will go and retest this level, how we could be approaching a potential move lower. Now, as usual, trading is reactive and not predictive. The monthly, weekly, and daily time frames combined with the COT data, those are the best time frames from a directional perspective. However, when it comes to confirmations and entries, the best time frames are the intraday time frames. So 4 hour and lower. Therefore, what we could be doing, potentially also with students, is monitoring price action from an intraday perspective during this move to the upside, waiting for the market to shift from an intraday bullish market as we would have to an intraday bearish market. And if the market would shift from an intraday bullish to bearish market and provide to us one of our valid entries, at that point we could be looking for a potential move lower for the market to complete this impulse correction and impulse pattern to the downside. Now, if you don't know what I'm speaking about when I say valid entries and these kind of things, you want to learn more, I really suggest that you go and check out the transparentfxtrading.com website. Here, you have the possibility to gain access to my entire courses with all the rules of the strategies. You also have the possibility to gain access to one-on-one private mentoring, the VIP market breakdowns with the Telegram signals, the COT data software, which is precisely the one that we used in this analysis, the trading station software, which puts together everything that we need as a trader all in one interface. And if you scroll lower here, past the testimonials, you will see that at the moment there is a massive special promotion in which you have a huge discount on the upfront price of the program from $497 all the way down to only $97 one-time payment. And if you scroll lower, you will see that at the moment the time to join before the offer expires and price goes back to normal is starting to finish. And directly from here, there is the button to join in order to gain automatically access with the email and password that you will create during the checkout process. So I really suggest that you go and check it out as soon as possible at transparentfxtrading.com. The link is also in the description, and I will see you in it. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you smash that like button and comment below. It really does support the creation of more free analysis education and updates for all of you, and I will see you in my next breakdown.